What's good, everybody? I don't think anybody in here yet, but just in case some of you are looking at the replay of this, I'm just going to say, what's up? So just giving a couple of seconds and waiting to see if some people are out there that's willing to join me. Dan Garcia fan, Team Gasket. What's going on? Is Jazz up in here? The other Jazz? What's good, man? I think it's your first time I've seen you come on in, man. Mr. Gerald, what's going on, man? This man is big time on Facebook, man. We became friends on Facebook. I'm like, he's bigger on Facebook than I am on YouTube. What's good, man? What's good, man? We're just in here chilling today. First time, yeah, this your first time up in here. I know you on the Facebook. You had to unfortunately travel a long way because of some unfortunate circumstances and everything. And so now you back at home and now you chilling with us. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay, look like it says we got 9 people in here. I don't see all 9 folks, but man, we about to just come in here and just have some fun, man. Just talk about some music. Nicole H, what's going on? Nicole H, how you doing? How you doing? And I can fix my glasses so I can see what that says. I definitely can't pronounce your name, but it starts with the number 3. You say, "Hey man, huge fan. Thank you and your fans for all the Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I am definitely good. Nicole H, how are you? 112 DZ, man. I owe this dude a piano tutorial, man. What's going on, 112 DZ? It's like I'm supposed to do a song by the Winans for you, man. I know you done fell through the cracks. What happened is that a few months ago I had a contest where I said if you can do my intro, whoever does my intro the best, you get a free piano tutorial. Someone else technically won, but he was the only other person that entered, and I was like, I'll give you one too. So my bad, dude. I got to get that done for you soon, man. Definitely got to get that. Oh, it's in Russian. It says golden horse. Oh, okay. So the gentleman whose name starts with the number 3, it really says golden horse in Russian. So I'm just going to call you Golden. Living my life like it's prolific buyers. Y'all want to talk about classic? This is one of the classic people back when I first started doing tutorials all the time. This is that was one of the classic people right there supporting me back then. I'm talking about before most of y'all discovered my channel. That dude right there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's going on, prolific? You must do a tutorial on Drew Hills. What are we going? You know what? I love that song too. I do love that song. What are we gonna do? What are they gonna do? Whatever the words are. What are they gonna do when they find out? It's one of the few songs you get to hear Nokio sing a verse because he sings the first verse. Really don't know you well. Got to get to know me too. So see we can make this work. Though your friends won't approve. I gotta learn how to. What are we gonna do? I have to figure that out. I've never played that before, but yeah, that's a good one. And look at Mr. Shades Michaels coming in and like, hey man, I'm a huge fan first. What's going on, Super Shades? Super Shades. I'm doing well, 112 DZ. How you doing, man? Let me see, make sure I ain't miss anybody. There's no rush, man. Take your time. Oh, I appreciate that. 112. Thank you, sir. Man, your lessons are major for a beginner. Like, well, that's the whole point, Mark Washington, man. Thank you. That's the whole point, man. I try to keep it as simple. It's like my thing is I try to teach it as simple as I can, but I try to teach, I won't say complicated things, but I don't, it's like I still want you to be able to play stuff, the way the song sounds, but I try not to be too technical. I could throw out a whole bunch of musical terms and all that stuff And some terms are important, like knowing your chords are important. So if I call out a chord and say something, something flat, this sharp, that, that's just something you need to know. But my goal is just to try to keep it as simple as I can while still making sure that I'm teaching it as accurately, what I'm saying, while keeping it as simple. So man, definitely I'm glad to hear that, Mark. That's the whole thing, man, Mr. Washington. We got the questions coming in already. So I have what's your favorite New Jack Swing song? Now that's a hard one. That is definitely a hard one. New Jack Swing. You know what? And let's pose this question to everybody. Everybody in the room. So definitely type down in the chat. So while I'm thinking, you type down the songs that you would say are your is or the song you would say is your number one, your favorite New Jack Swing. That is really hard, man. Because Teddy Riley, man, and that influence that he created, and then the people that came behind it, and added to it and put their own flavor on it, man. Oh my goodness. Uh, oh, it's all good. Gerald Jazz Hayes, or I guess I'll call you Jazz too, since that's what they call you on Facebook. About not being able to read music. There's always the one thing I would say, if you're not going to sit down and learn how to read music, like if you just like, I'm not going to, you don't see yourself as like reading the treble clef, bass clef, and reading all that. The one thing I will say is that, well, at least know your chords so that you can look at chord sheets. It's like when I type up chord sheets when I do my tutorials. That's the one thing I look at that. I look at chord sheets way before I read, and I can read sheet music. I can read music. I started learning how to do that in high school, but I'm probably better at just if you put the chords in front of me, I'll just go right through it way quicker sometimes than reading the music because it's like the chords is like for me, I sheet music will just tell you like just one way. Like the sheet music might have a C major chord and it's written out a certain way and you play it that way. But if I'm looking at a chord sheet, I can look at that chord and just say, oh, I can play it this way or I can play it that way. So reading chords for me allows me more creativity. So I'd rather have a chord sheet unless I don't know the song at all and I can't listen to it. If there's no way for me to listen to it, like when I'm at work, I work at an elementary slash middle school and I have music books. And sometimes I have to find songs. I'm looking through the books to see what's a good song for the fall program. We're about to have a fall program. Matter of fact, the day before Thanksgiving, Wednesday, we have a fall program. And if I'm looking for new something, now I might not, they'll have sheet music, music in there, but I don't have no way of hearing it. So that's when I'm like, yes, I do need the sheet music. I need the sheet music because the sheet music will tell me the rhythm, what key, and all that. But outside of that, man, just give me the chords, man. Give me the chords. All right, let me see. Great tutorials. Shades, remember the time. Groove Me. Okay, so Prolific said Groove Me by Guys is number one. Teddy Riley is a beast, but Motown Philly. I was thinking Motown Philly. I really was. I was just my nephew was just saying something to me a few minutes ago talking about Motown Philly. I mean, come on, man. It's long overdue, but now Philly slamming. You got Boys to Men, ABC, BBD. Yeah, man. But the number one, I don't know. Let me try to answer it this way. Because Teddy Riley is the originator, instead of just trying to figure out, because Motown Philly is probably right at the top. It could be number one or number two. But let me see, what is my favorite Teddy Riley New Jack Swing tune? Let me see. Uh um You know what? My favorite Teddy, if I am when I think about New Jack Swing, I'm always thinking about the up tempo because he has a lot of ballads that he's written, that he's done that I love, like Let's Chill and stuff like that. But if I have to think of a song that every time I hear it, but this is not the classic New Jack Swing. This is after he had it out already. So, but No Diggity by Blackstreet. I'm done. Every time I hear that joint, was it what's that? Grandma's hands that he sampled. What's that? Mm-hmm. 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 And I forgot what the that joint right there, man. That's my joint. Why do you think no one makes real R&B music anymore? To be honest with you, Trill Will, I think it's coming back. I actually think it's starting to come back. I mean, you got people like what's his name, Bruno Mars. That's definitely you can hear the inspiration of New Jack Swing and stuff like that in his music, and it seems like it's actually starting to come back. The reason why they probably stopped doing it is because the industry decided to start getting at some point to in like the late 90s and 2000s they just decided, look, we just want to put whoever we want out there, and they don't have to have all the talent in the world, and we're going to force feed this whatever that new music, whatever you want to call the new music that came out, and we're going to force feed that to everyone until everybody likes it, and that's what everybody wants it, and that way they don't have to deal with only the talented people that could really do it. And they're like, "Oh, we can take anybody. We gonna take you, and we're gonna put you out there, and we're gonna have your stuff on heavy rotation." And slowly but surely, that's what started happening. And all, before you know it, it's like nobody was checking for the boys, the men, the Jodeci's, the Drew Hills, at the same level that they were checking out for them, let's say in the early 90s. Like Drew Hill, they came out in 96. They were one of the last groups that came out that was like successful before the male group thing started to kind of the R&B group kind of declined a little, started it's like started to come down. They're like they was out there, a lot of y'all, I'm from Baltimore myself, so so we all rooting for him. But think about it, it wasn't that many that came out after Drew Hill. You know what I'm saying? Because 112 had already came out, I think, before them. Boys Men definitely was out in 91. And so it's like eventually they just it's like the industry, the music industry, the record companies, they was like, look, we just want to put whoever we want out there, and we want to force feed the music to you. And before you know it, you got the stuff that's out now that just makes you go, it's like I don't even listen to the radio. It's like I just that's my take on it. I could be wrong, but anybody feel free to throw your opinion up in there on your reason why they're not making the real music like that anymore. Uh Teddy Riley is a beast, but okay. Why do you think? Oh, okay. Da, Jazz, how do you know what inversion the chords and when learning to play by ear? You know what prolific buyers? I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I hear the chord. If I'm learning by ear, um, and I figured like the first thing, and I said this like maybe like two lives ago. So I'll put it out. The first thing when I'm learning a song by ear, the first thing I'm trying to learn is what that pinky on the left hand is playing, that foundation, the bass note, or the bass, or what the bass player is playing. Once I find that foundation, it's like I only know it's going to be a certain amount of chords that's going to work. So if the foundation of the chord, if I can tell it's a C something. Now at this point, I might not know if it's major, minor, dominant 7, sharp 11, whatever. I don't know. Flat 5, whatever it could be. Diminish, half diminish, fully diminish, once I figure it out, it's like when I'm playing by ear, I'm trying all these, first I'll just try it. So I just try to hear it, and I'm like, okay, it sounds like that might be minor. And then minor might not work. And then I'll say, well, let me just flat the five, and then once I find the chord and it's a match, I don't always necessarily know which inversion it is, but I'll know for sure. I'm like, oh, this is definitely a C minor 7 flat 5. And at that point, I I guess I use my ear some more to try to figure out which inversion. Sometimes I'll know that it's in a certain inversion, but it's uncomfortable if like I do not have what would be called piano fingers. My fingers are really short. So sometimes I have to compensate and maybe do an inversion of a chord that might not be the same inversion on the record, but but it's still going to sound like it. It's still a C minor seven flat five, but I might have to do a different inversion just because my fingers just can't stretch a certain way, so I don't know if that really answered the question, but that's the best I could say with that particular one. Bill Withers. Oh yeah, Bill Withers, grandma's hands, no doubt. It's dope. You're right. Oh, thanks, Shades. Yeah, Shades agreed with me about the no diggity. Do you have any songs that would suggest to gain chord familiarity? I wouldn't say any. I mean any song. You know what I'm saying? It's not like just particular song. It's like, man, it's like take a song and start with the simple ones. I have some songs on my channel that are like 4 to 6 chords. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good place to start. Start small. Start small. You know what I'm saying? And pay attention to the chords. That's the beauty of my tutorials. My tutorials I always call out the chord names. And there's almost every chord you can call it 3 or 4 different names. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a good way. Take the simple stuff and really pay attention to what the chord is called. Understand why the chord is called, like, okay, C minor 7 flat 5. Understand why it's called C minor 7 flat 5. I actually do have a video series. I have a playlist that's called, I think it's called Piano Theory or something like that. It's just go through my playlist on my channel, and it's for the beginning piano. And I do have a video showing you how to figure out a chord, like what makes the chord a major seven, and all that. Start understanding that that's the best way to do it, and understand why is this chord called C minor seven? Why? What's the difference between C minor seven and C dominant seven? You know what I'm saying? Really study that. Study that video that I have, and um, like I said, take the time. You gotta learn your scales because what you gotta learn your scales first, and then once you learn the scales for each key, then you can build up every chord that's in that key. At least all the basic chords, just right up, right. You should be able to do it just like that. All your basic chords. I mean, there's always chords can. I mean, chords can really get to be strange sometimes, but you can always just quickly figure out the major, the minor, the everything in between. If y'all hold on for 1 second, I gotta take this call. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that. I had to take that call. But I turned my mic off. Hopefully I turned my mic off. I don't know. Y'all might have still heard me. I don't know. But anyway, what was I talking? Oh yeah, learning those chords, So yeah, just find, realize why chords are called the way, why they're called what they are called. Um, Let me see. To this live chat, Jazz. Oh, okay, thank you, Shades. You talking? Okay. At the time, the radio was very careful for the lyrics on the songs before they played it. You man, 112 DZ, man, you ain't never lie, man. There was a time when it's like the radio. I mean, it's like they will only really play quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? They will really play quality stuff. Now it's just like everything goes now. Ben left. I think I recognize your name from comments from back in the day, man. Good to see you up in here in the chat. Just want to say you are great, and there's no one like you teaching that old school. Oh man, I appreciate that, Ben left, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. SoundCloud got some good artists. I would suggest WNTR and J Rob. They like a fusion of 90s R&B and K Trinata. Okay. All right. Oh man, I forgot. You told me what your name meant. I'm have to scroll up to see that quick. I don't forgot. I know it's Russian for something. Hold on, hold on. Scrolling up. Golden Horse. Thank you, Golden Horse. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Had to scroll up and see what it was called. What your name was again. Uh what R&B songs from the 90s do you think had the best chord progressions? Oh man. I mean, you had songs like the chord progressions are like it's like the ones that you hear in Joy by Blackstreet. I love chords. I love those types of chords. Dun, 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 dun. I love chords like that, man. Another chord progression. What's another joint that has some good chord progressions? Um, Definitely Joy, man. I love Joy. Man, y'all be putting me on the spot with some of these questions, man. It's like I have to think about it. Feel free to put in your answer to these same questions in the chat. Chord progressions from the 90s. Um, I'm trying to think of something that's just like crazy. I have to think about that. I have to get back to you, but definitely Joy. Blackstreet, I love stuff like that. I definitely love something on chord progressions like that. Or what's going on, BSD guy? You saying welcome back to you too, man. Everybody click like, yeah, please click like, man. Click like because that makes YouTube say, oh, okay, this people must like this dude, and they will, put it out there more. You know what I'm saying? Should they hoping you do a tutorial on Quiet Moments by Lonnie Liston Smith. Never heard of that or the person before. SoundCloud got some real oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, SoundCloud, definitely. Just discovered your tutorials yesterday. Grateful to find you. Oh man, Shrug Knight. Oh, you know what? I saw your comment. Yeah, you did comment on something yesterday. Right, right. Well, I'm definitely glad, man. Welcome to the family. No doubt about it, man. We the house of jazz, whatever y'all want to call us, the family, the road dogs, whatever we are called. But definitely welcome. When are you going to do classical piano tutorials like Bach and Mozart? Because you know how to read music. Yes, I know how to read music, but I am not a classical pianist. And so I'll probably never do those. that's just that's just, I mean, oh look, see how I messed that up? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into classical like that, man. I would have to really sit down. You know, what was that you was doing? I think you might was playing this Shades the other week. Moonlight Sonata. Something like that. I don't know. But see, yeah, I'm not into the classical stuff like that, man. But you know what? I'm classically trained as a vocalist. I was singing opera and stuff like that since high school, and I was actually trained as a classical vocalist. But when it comes to piano, I taught myself, and I basically this was the first song I taught myself how to play. That was the first song I really sat down, taught myself how to play reading sheet music. So and I shouldn't even have to say what that song is. I think everybody in here knows what song that was. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Jazz Pavarotti. That's funny. That is funny. Let me go back up a little bit. Do hope you do it to the just to go do. Devontae could write some dope progressions. Yeah, I'm sure Ignite. You're kind of new to the channel, so I don't know if you know this, but I have thanks to a gentleman named P. Ellis, I've done a whole lot of Jodeci tutorials on my channel. Forever My Lady was the first Jodeci one I did, and that was the one that a lot of people wound up finding my channel from that one. And it's been about 3, 4 years since I did that one, and so I have Come and Talk to Me, Forever My Lady. I have You and I have Stay, um, Cry for You. I think I got Whatever You Want, Whatever You Need, My Heart Belongs to You. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, it's Jennifer. Jennifer was off that album they did like 2 or 3 years ago that they just released like a few years ago. I even have Jennifer. So yeah, I got a couple of Jodeci stuff on there. So yeah, you're right about those Devontae. Yeah, Devontae definitely has some crazy chord progressions. Yes. This is that's that Jodeci chord. Yeah, every time if you listen to Devontae, he that's that Jodeci chord. I always call that the Jodeci chord right there. Um I like love, your love by Boys to Men. Your love is so right. You talking about off the very last song off the Motown Philly, not the Motown Philly, but the Cooley High Harmony joint, 112. That song is nice. If that's the song you're talking about, your love is so right. Hey, yeah, I forgot about that joint. That was like the last joint. Yeah, he said that's the one. Yep, yep, yeah. That joint is tight. But I like the song before that, Little Things. Sean Stockman's song, the one that he sings the lead. What is it? When I wanted someone to give me the world, you accepted me and smiled and let me know that you were mine, girl. And when I wanted fancy things, gold watches, diamond rings, you gave me your hand, cause only you can understand. Little things mean a lot, appreciate. We all love that joint, man. Yeah, those are the joints that weren't released as singles, but they're definitely on Cooley High Harmony. Every little thing you do sounds like joy. Haven't heard that song. Yeah, I don't know that Christopher Williams songs. Yeah, Christopher Williams. I don't know that one. Um, do you also play for a church or teach gospel chords? I do play for a church. It just so happens that earlier today I opened up the church because it had the children's choir rehearsal and nobody was there. And I was like, I mean, I had been there for like 20, 25 minutes and no one was there. So if you look at the very last video I uploaded today's the last one, I'm actually sitting in the church where I play. Most people, my tutorials are mostly requested by people who send in donations via my PayPal. So, yes, there are some gospel stuff that I've done, but it's like my channel mostly has R&B, like R&B, New Jack Swing and stuff like that, tutorials. But yeah, I do play for a church. I was just there a few hours ago. I'll have to film the "If You Really Love Me" by Stevie and say, "Oh yeah, definitely." Just you don't even have to send it to me. Just upload it on YouTube. Well, yeah, upload it on YouTube and then send me a link. Definitely, I would love to see that. Jay-Z sampled a lot of Lionel Liston Smith stuff. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he sampled a lot of people's. What video would you recommend someone watching of yours if they are beginners? Man, I wish I could remember all the videos I've done. um, what are some of the songs I've done that are simple? Can anybody put some good ones down in the comment section? Because I think sometimes y'all have better memories than me of the tutorials. That's good for beginners. You know what? There's a song that Joe had. One of his first songs by Joe. It is real simple. It's just the same chords. Tell me what I gotta do to please you, baby. Anything you say, I'll do. Was it? I wonder I can be the one, always make you smile. Whatever that's I wanna know, that's what it's called. I Wanna Know is a good song. It's very simple. It's basically the same chords over and over again. That's a good one. Just type in I Wanna Know and then type in House of Jazz. Spell my name correctly. A lot of y'all think it's House space OF space JAZZ. Nah, you have to type it in HOUSEOFJAZ with just one Z and no spaces. So type the name of the song in your search bar on YouTube and then type my name, and usually the first video that'll be your first result. That's a good one to start. That's a good one to start. Do a tutorial on Stephen Hurd, lead to the rock. I know Stephen Hurd. I know who he is because he's from the DC area. I'm pretty sure I could. I'm pretty sure I could do the song. Jazz Pavarotti. That's funny. Jodeci for the 90s. I'll be sure Keith Sweat had dope. Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it. 112. 112 was like, come on. That was back when I was playing on Bended Knee. Okay. Andrew Collins thinking about buying a Korg Trinity. Any thoughts? Korg Trinity back in the day was my dream board. I never owned it, but I remember going into the music stores and like Guitar Center and just sitting down and just playing with it. It definitely have a whole bunch of nice sounds. So I mean it's an older board, but it definitely has some quality stuff. So if you're just trying to get yourself an older board where you don't have to pay that much money, but you still get some good sounds, man, that was like an industry standard. Yo, Korg before Yamaha Motifs took over, man, the Korg Trinity and the Korg Triton, they were like standards, man. No doubt. Little Things is my favorite song from the album. Oh yeah, of 112. You feel me on that Little Things. Jodeci featuring Martin Payne. Yo, Knick Knack, Paddywhack, give a dog a vote. Casey, JoJo, Devontae. Man, that's a classic, man. Classic television, classic Martin, classic. Yeah, I agree with that one, man. Jodeci with Martin Payne, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Sean was not playing on that. Oh no, yeah, Sean did his thing. And of course, 112 is going to throw in a 112 song. Of course he is. I no doubt, man. Cupid was tight. I have a tutorial on Cupid. I have a tutorial on both Cupids, the original one by Sam Cooke, but I also have a tutorial on 112's Cupid. Yeah, I have one on that. Mark, Ordinary People, John. You know what, Mark? I literally did a tutorial on that song last week based off this chat. We had a live feed last week. I did a live feed and everybody was just like, yo, you should do that song. And I literally did that tutorial. And it was, if you look at the tutorial, you'll see I say this is this was sponsored by the live feed crew. So that is a nice song. I love that song, Ordinary People. Got to be Ben left, got to be Jagged Edge. Yo, I just did that tutorial like maybe a month ago. I love that song when it first came out. Still love it now. Definitely a great song. I Want to Know is easy. Yeah, I Want to Know is definitely easy. Jazz, tell him Tony, Tony, Tony. Jazz, your Drew Hill is pretty easy too. Yeah, Tony, Tony, Tony. Yeah, I have a couple. I can't remember which ones. Did I have California? It Never Rains. I'm not sure if I did that one, but I did a couple of Tony, Tony. I just can't remember which ones, but I have a couple of Tony, Tony. Those are easy songs to learn. This is going back to the question where someone said, "What are some of the easiest tutorials to pick up on?" Tony, Tony, Tony. The Drew Hill joints. They're not that hard. They're not that hard. DJ Gary, what's going on, man? What's up, man? Bro, I've been learning a lot of songs from you. Oh, Frank Smith, definitely. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I was answering the question about easy songs to learn. Okay, got you. Got you. I got you, Mark. Shrug. Good song on all black keys to learn. Sheila E. Glamorous Life. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that is all black keys. I have to check that one out. You know what's a good song that's all black keys that everybody in this room probably like? It's mostly black keys. I mean, yeah, you throw some white keys in it, but when you're in the first key of that song in D flat, you're playing mostly the black keys. So Ribbon in the Sky is a good key too for black keys. Um, Shade says the SWV tune is easy too to learn. You have best piano tutorials on YouTube, and do you have tutorials, Stevie Wonder? Need love. I don't know if I have love need love. I don't think I do. Feel Carmel, feel free to check. Like I said, just go to your on YouTube and just do a search. Type in that song and then type in my name. Like type in my name correctly, like this HOUSEOFJAZ, no spaces, one Z. And if I did it, it'll pop up like right at the top of your search results. I don't recall doing that song. High Five, she's playing hard to get is simple too. I think that one's on Patreon though. I don't think, or maybe it might be for YouTube. I'm not sure. Um, that's my favorite jazz. Oh yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about Ribbon in the Sky, DJ Gary. Mine's too. Ribbon in the Sky. Yeah, look at people putting that up on there. Nice, yeah, man. Oh, so long for this night. I pray that a star will guide you my way to share with me the special day. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Yeah, man, that's the joint right there. Please, can you do Mariah Carey "Melt Away," written by Babyface? Love Mariah Carey, love Babyface, but never heard of that song before. It's probably a nice tune. Got some smooth chord. Oh yeah, the Living Single theme. Yeah, the theme song for Living Single. Those are some nice chords too. Now I have a tutorial for it, so you can check my channel. I did do a tutorial on how to play that. Yeah, those are definitely some nice jazzy chords right there. Stevie has beautiful melody and chords. Yes, DJ Gary, I agree 10 trillion percent. How can I send you a picture of my new piano? Can you even play that good? Like, oh, can't I? You can send the picture to my email address. It's on my email address is on like all my videos. If you go to the description, but I'll type it right now. If you want me to see a picture of your piano, it says House of Jazz at yahoo.com. Mhm. Yeah, it should. I hope I typed it right. Should be right there in the chat. Just put my email address on there. Can you do a tutorial piano solo on Ribbon in the Sky? You know what? Someone, and it's been a while too, so I really owe somebody. But the person who asked me to do Ribbon in the Sky, they asked me to do it in C major, which I've never played it. I never tried to play it in C major before. So I mean, if I do it in C major, I will probably come right back and do it in the original key, which starts in D flat, and then he goes up to D and then ends in E flat. We'll see. I don't. No one's paid for a tutorial for the original Ribbon in the Sky, but I do have someone that's paid for it in C major that I have to get done soon because it's been a while since that person. I don't even remember who it was, but I remember seeing Ribbon in the Sky C major. Um, have yourself a merry little Christmas, Carmel. Like y'all just telling me what to do. Y'all supposed to know the rules. It's like y'all supposed to give me, do the donations for the tutorial requests, y'all. Come on now. What's up, Jazz? You still my music idol. You are the best. Please play some Lenny Williams because I love you. Real nice, soul, sexy songs, girl and guys love that song. I don't even know the song, Lenny Williams. I've never heard it before. Um, might have to check it out. Might have to check that out. Trying to think of. Oh, you know what? I just noticed that just before I went live, I noticed that I found my channel finally got the community tab. For those who know about that on YouTube, I finally got the community tab. So before I went live, I did type something on it. Did y'all see what I typed? It basically was a message that said, "Hey, I'm getting ready to go live." I think I said what time it was, Eastern Standard Time or something like that, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting ready to go live." Um, Shock G was the piano man on all the Digital Underground albums in the '90s. Pretty slept on in my opinion. Oh yeah, because yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, yeah. Digital Underground has some nice piano licks in there that he did. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Gigs with Greg. Man, yeah, right. Greg Filligans. Man, I can't even be. I don't think I'm worthy of playing any gigs with Greg Filligans. Man, if y'all don't know who Greg Filligans is, I don't know why you don't know, because you hear him playing all on the Thriller album and on a whole bunch of other stuff. He done stuff with Babyface, and he plays on some of Babyface stuff. And man, Greg Filligans is the genius keyboard man right there, man. Nah, dude, I'm just local. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not like famous or nothing like that. Nah, I'm not worthy to touch a piano if I'm ever in Greg Filligan's presence. I wouldn't even be deemed worthy to touch a piano note. No, no, no doubt about that. This man is the beast at what he does. Keep doing your thing, my brother, Sir House of Jazz. Hold up. Sir House of Jazz. The piano tutorial man. Every time I see somebody type my name, this is Chris Wade. Thank you, Chris Wade. He typed my name out like that. I had to bust out my intro. Who do you like from the late 70s, 80s funk soul? Um, might sound cliche, but hey, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, come on now. Who else? I like the Jacksons, man. I like the Jacksons. I like them when they was the Jackson Fives, and I like their stuff. I guess by the late 70s, they were that was without Jermaine, so that was the Jacksons. So to answer that question correctly, I would say the Jacksons. Let me see. Ouch. Um, hmm. Marvin Gaye. Well, although you said funk soul, I guess Marvin Gaye was more of like a balladeer and all that, but he could get funky if he wanted to. Uh, what was that? What's Lionel Richie's Commodores? Man, come on now. She's a brick house. Yeah, that's just the name of few right there. That's the name of few. Um, 97. Greg is a milestone. Oh yeah, DJ Gary. Yes, man. Greg is the truth, man. When it comes to keyboard players, man, there's not really many people that can say they can play better than him. That's the yeah, that's the dude right there. Oh yeah, I've seen Shrug Knight. I definitely seen some videos of him testing out VSTs. I've seen him do it on more than one. It's just incredible, man. If I never seen Greg Filligans, just take his name and type it in YouTube and just watch that man play. Look on your Thriller album. If you got the Thriller album credits, you'll see like on the song, like my favorite Michael Jackson ballad is "There'll Be No Darkness Tonight." What's the Lady in My Life? The Lady in My Life. That's Greg. Greg is playing the piano on that. Check it out. Rod Temperton wrote the song, but I don't think Rod is playing on that song at all. I think it's all Greg Filligans. Rod Temperton might be playing something on it, but the main keyboard player on there is Greg Filligan. So if you like that song and how the piano sounds on that, that's Greg right there. That's Greg right there. Lady in My Life. You like 70s, Greg is Moss, gotcha. There's the demo, jazz and man. Listen, man, DJ. I appreciate you, DJ Gary, trying to say Jazz and Greg keyboard collab. Nah, I'd rather just watch him, and I'd rather just sit Indian style and like him say yes, father, and he say yes, son, because yeah, that man's a genius. What are ways I can donate to you? Oh, you can definitely use the PayPal is probably the best thing. My pay well, I guess I can put the PayPal link here, but if you go to any of my tutorials and you click the what do you call the description box, you'll always see a link to my PayPal. That's how people send their donations for me to do a tutorial. They send in their request, they'll send the money in that way. I hope I'm typing this in right. It's not like when I type in links, it's so easy. If you type one thing wrong, the link won't work. But you can try clicking that and see if or I'll click it and see if it's right. Open link in the window. Did it go? Yeah, I typed it right. So yeah, that's the link right there for if you want to donate, man. I definitely appreciate anything you want to donate. That's for anybody. Anybody that just feels, you want to donate, man, I definitely appreciate it, man. I definitely have people, even in this room, that's donated to me, not even asking for a song, just saying, look, man, just trying to keep the channel. Shades definitely do that sometimes. Shades will just send me something to be like, man, this is man, this just to keep the channel going. So, it's a couple of people. So I appreciate everybody that takes the time to do that. Thank you so much. Um, Let me see. There's a demo. Blah, 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 go ahead. I don't know what got you into playing piano jazz. I kind of told this story last week. I'll try to condense it, but to be honest with you, when I was young, I didn't touch the piano till I was like in like 10th grade in high school. So we're talking about 1994. 95 was my sophomore year, or actually 93, 94. I take that back. 93, 94 was my sophomore year, 94, 95 junior, 95, 96 senior. So between 93 and 96 was when I started that's when I joined the music careers at my high school, and I was on the choir, and that's when I started dabbling on the piano. Before that, I had never touched the piano before, but I've always used to imagine myself playing the keyboard. I always thought the keyboard players looked cool. Like when I would watch Boys to Men perform End of the Road live and I see their keyboard players back there playing. I remember I used to I didn't say this the last time when I was telling how I started playing piano, but I used to just and didn't know a thing about it. I never even touched the piano. I ain't know nothing about it. But I just thought it just looks so cool how they just stand there and play their little keyboards and stuff. So I always had a desire. And once I got into the music, I was encouraged by some friends my freshman year of high school to go ahead on and join the music careers. I never did it in freshman year. I was too nervous. But at the end of my freshman year, they finally convinced me to audition for the choir. Right at the end. I mean, this was like maybe what 3 days before the last day of school type thing. And she was like, when you come back to school, she was like, you coming back here? This is Miss Jewel Churn. She was the head of the music department at Frederick Douglass High School. Unfortunately, Frederick Douglass High School was just in the news because you had that student hitting that teacher in the face, which is repulsive. I hate I don't even look at the video anymore, but That's my alma mater. That's the same building I went to, and it's real sad. But anyway, she was the head of the music department there, and I remember she said, "You coming back here next year?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Well, you make sure that you tell your guidance counselor to make sure you put you in music classes, put you in the choir, and you're going to take music theory and all that stuff." So, and from there, that's how I just man, I just started learning everything I could from there. Uh, who's he called? Yeah, Keyscape. Yeah, that's the yeah. Shrug Knight. If y'all want to see and watch Greg Filligan's playing keyboards, type in Keyscape. That's the VST that he was playing. Oh, yeah, killing it, man. That's a good video to watch. Jazz, are you starting to get recognized now in public? That will be a no. That's only happened once so far, Shades Michaels. And the one time that I was recognized, I have a video of it on on my YouTube channel already. That's only happened once. Never happened other than that. So nope. Still, you gotta think. I still have a small channel. I'm just this little dude. You know what I'm saying? YouTube land. Girl, be trying to. Okay. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. I got a message that said my connection was unstable for a second. Just type something to say if you still can hear me. Anthony A. Major Russell's in the house, man. I gotta give respects. Oh, he says I'm good. Okay. Yeah, A Major, man. Check out his channel, man. That's a piano man right there, Mr. A Major. Was good, sir. Was good, man. um Funkadelic, Knee Deep. It's all Greg. Oh, okay. You saying Greg played that stuff too? Okay. Greg Mouse Filligans was Quincy Jones. Go. Oh yeah, that's how big. Yeah, Quincy. Yeah, that's Quincy Jones' guy. You're right. Quincy Jones wanted a keyboard player. That's who Quincy Jones is like. Call up Greg. That's the reason why Greg is all over the Thriller album. That's why he's playing on a lot of the songs on Thriller because that's Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones like need a keyboard player. Okay, Greg, I need you at the studio. I be there or be square. That call that the day, right? Call that out right there. Um, Cool in the Game is dope and too, and they don't have too many tutorials out on YouTube. Yeah, I know you was telling me that before, Shage. I forgot it was one song you was saying something about. I can't remember, but I can't remember a lot of stuff. But yeah, you're right about that, man. Hated to see you in the hospital video, man. Oh, that was oh yeah, man, that was like a year ago. It was more than a year ago when I had the kidney situation. It was April of 2017. And what's crazy about that particular hospital stay is that was the one time when I can say that wasn't anything I did. My kidney shut down because they did a CAT scan. I went in there for something else, something very minor. I'm not going to get into all of it, but it was, and what they wanted to do was just do a CAT scan to look at what the issue was closer. So they put a dye in you. When you go through the CAT scan or whatever, it's a dye, and that dye is known to make some people go into kidney failure. And I've received that dye before and it didn't happen, but that time, as soon as they gave me that dye, I used the restroom one more time. And used it only one more time, and it was real fun. I know it was just strange, and it just didn't feel right. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't using the restroom anymore. Didn't use the restroom anymore, and then that's when the doctors came in and told me about, yeah, looks like you had a bad reaction to the stuff that we use for, So basically, they said, yeah, we did this to you, basically. So yeah, everything's been cool with the kidney since then. So thank you, Shrug Knight. Yeah. Um. Okay, that was the last thing I've seen so far, chat wise. Yeah. Let me see. What can I do real quick? What can I do? I just love playing that. Do you know Bernard White? Who do you love? No, I'm not familiar with that. Joanne. Oh yeah, that was the song. Shades Michaels, Joanne, that you said you wanted me to do. And Too Hot by Cool in the Game. Oh yeah, Cherish the Love. I remember you saying that. Oh wow, I'm humbled. A Major. He said I inspire him, but I'm like, yo, he been doing this longer than me, man. I guess we inspire each other, dude. We inspire each other, man. Um, that's a good brother right there, y'all. Like I said, if y'all haven't checked him out, um, he got a lot of people. Like I said, his page is way bigger than mine, man. It's a lot of people that love this dude, and there's a reason why he has a lot of subscribers and stuff, man. That the dude is real cool, and just check him out. Check out his page, man. You're gonna love it, man. Man can play some piano too, man. Real smooth, real smooth. He even has one that y'all, if y'all go to his page, I hope I don't embarrass him. You gotta find a video where he did "Let Me Love You Down." He did that joint, but he doesn't sing in his videos. So get A Major. I hope I'm not embarrassing you. Usually he doesn't sing in all of his videos. He does sometimes, and on that one, that's the one he did. Ready for the World. Let me yeah, I think that was the one, right? A Major. Yeah, I think that's what he did. Yeah, check that one out. I love that one. I love that one. That one's hot right there. Oh, you said the song was sampled by LL Cool J. Lounging. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Something I needed to it was something I wanted to hold on. Doo, doo. Okay. I didn't. Okay. Doo, doo, doo. Hold on for a second, y'all. Mm, yeah. Just doing something on the computer I meant to do. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Okay, hey Major, I'm going to check you out. Oh yeah, Shades, man, check him out. That's the man right there. Check him out. Definitely a good dude, man. Definitely. So Shades Michaels, man, when are we gonna get the next video from you, man? I know that we're not talking about the one that we keeping on the hush hush, but I'm talking about when we gonna do the one your next solo video. Let me just put it that way. When you gonna upload something else for us, man? What's up, man? Taking too long, man. Um, while I have some of you in the chat room, I'm just curious if you had to check. This is for anybody in the chat room. You can just feel free to type it down there. If you had to pick your favorite tutorial I ever did on YouTube, what would you say is your favorite one? So, two questions. Which tutorial would you say is like your absolute favorite that I ever did? And can you and also if you can remember what was the very first tutorial that you ever seen of me that and that's how you discovered me. So that's two questions. What is your favorite tutorial I ever did? And also, what is the tutorial that you saw first? Like the first time you was like, boom, House of Jazz, you clicked on it and it's like, oh, I'm just curious. I'm very curious. You shouldn't be nervous with that one, Anthony A. Major. I'm sure you probably had like women falling all over you for you on that one. But yo, you rock that joint. It never really mattered too much to me. Like when I saw that video, I was like, yo, this dude, yo, I was like, this dude, I was like, this dude is it, man. For real. Oh, okay. So my man said high five. She's playing hard to get was the first one. And then the my version of Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely? That was your first video. Isn't she lovely? Oh yeah. Da, da. I don't know. I'm not gonna start trying to sing it because I'll mess up the words. Oh goodness, you know me. That's the one thing about me, man. It's like I'll teach you how to play the song, but please don't ask me to teach you what the lyrics of a song is, because I can't help you with that one half the time. I cannot help you with that half the time, for real. Hold on. Stevie Wonder, you will know. Oh, okay, so DJ Gary, you will know. I remember I did that one. That wasn't too long ago when I did that one. Do a tutorial if she's out of my life. Did I do that one already? I did some Michael Jackson. I mean, I know I did Ben. I'm trying to think of the ones I've done of Michael Jackson where it's just kind of one of his the earliest solo stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I did that. Oh, Shrug. So your first one was I Keep Forgetting. Man, that song, that tutorial. The one thing you'll notice about the videos on my channel, I don't get a lot of views on them. Like there are certain ones that will, you can almost, I think on one hand and maybe a couple of other fingers, you can count how many videos I actually have that have more than 10,000 views. It is not that many, but I keep forgetting is one of them that does have over 10,000 views. But that video, on YouTube, you can always look at your numbers and see how you're doing and see which videos are popping and which ones. That video is consistently month after month one of my top rated videos of people who are watching it. And even when it comes to like the analytics and they saying how much money you've earned on this video, that video a lot of times is like my number one, number two, or number three is always somewhere. It's like that people really like that video. And it's consistent month after month. It's always sitting at the top. Like I look at my top videos and like I know once I did Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin, for some reason that video took off. I did like 6 Aretha Franklin songs when she passed. Dedicated my channel to just doing some of her music for like 2 days. But for some that one song, I don't know what happened. That song hit 10,000 views in like a month's time, and I've never had that. So that one sits at number one a lot right now. It's still kind of, getting a lot of views, but I keep forgetting about Michael McDonald, man. It's been over a year since I did that one. And people still, man. A Major asks what I already did Do Me Baby. Never mind. He was saying A was saying that's the song, the tutorial. I was gonna say I did that tutorial, but okay. Yes, you was answering the question. Got you. I got you. Um A Major said, "What program do I use for making music?" The same one you use, because I see on your Instagram that you're using Reason 10. Most of the time, I'm using Reason 10, and the only time I don't use Reason 10 is when you see the duet videos I make, like the cover videos with other people, where I'm just playing and other people are singing or whatever, or I'm singing with them. That's the only time I use Cubase. I use an old version. I have Cubase 6, version 6. And the reason why I use that is because Cubase 6 allows me to take a video file. Because when I do a cover with somebody else, like, because I've never done a cover. Any of the covers that you see online where I'm working with somebody else, I do not know them. Like, I've never seen them in real life. Everything is done on the internet. So the first thing I do is I create the video of me playing the song on the piano first. So that's all I just sit down. So once I do that, okay, that's the video file. Cubase will allow me to put that file as is with the video and the audio right there, and then I can start stacking everything. Like when the person send me their vocals, whoever's doing it, they'll email me their vocals, and I can put it on the file. And if I'm doing a duet with them, I can sing to it and I can do all that. So that's I use Cubase 6 when you see those videos. But if I'm making tracks and stuff like that and just whatever for church or whatever, Reason 10, bro. Uh oh, All the Way by Lettucey for both answers, Mark. That was the first one. Yeah, that was a recent one I've done. Um that's a nice song. That was a nice tune. I had never heard of it before I did the tutorial. Andrew Collins, Whatever You Want. And the first one was Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. Yeah, man, Whatever You Want. I've always loved that joint by Tony. Don't wish you no bad luck, baby. Don't wish you no strain. I only want to ignore your life to the finer things. So okay, so New Edition's Boys to Men is his favorite one for 112 DZ. We're talking about the song Boys to Men by New Edition, you know, the one that Johnny Gill sings. And Murray J. Blige and Casey, I Don't Want to Do Anything, introduced me to the channel. Oh yeah, man. I don't If loving you is all that I have to do. Yeah, that's that. I love that song too back in the day. I didn't know that I would eventually meet the person that like helped write that song and everything. And we actually have two nephews that we're both uncles to. But yeah, that's the joint right there. When will I see you smile again? Shade said, biggest part of me. Oh, Denise. Okay, Denise Simon. So that was one of my recent ones. Okay. Do Me by Prince. Right. I saw that one. Forever My Lady said, Thrill Will. First video was Share My World. Oh yeah, come share my world. Pink Sky by H Town. I think that was Nassim Muhammad that requested that one. I had never heard that song before until he asked for that one. My first was Forever My Lady, and it's the favorite. Okay, Hog Boy. Appreciate that. Shades Michael, She's Out of My Life. You Never Done by Okay, Shades just let me know I never did. He like, look, man, you ain't never do that one, man. I Eli, or maybe Midnight Star Slow Jam. Okay, yeah, I did Midnight Star. No, I didn't. I did slow jams with Tamia and Babyface, right? I didn't do Midnight Stars one. Um, that'd be dope. A Major said, I know you use Meticulous for the tutorials, but when you make music, what do you use? Oh no, yeah, Meticulous is just for tutorials. Meticulous is not. That's not like a sequence or anything. It's Reasons 10. I use Reason 10 A Major. Um, to see the tone. Huh? What software you use that we see on? I guess you're saying, oh, it's funny, Michael Wallace. If you look at the person that typed something right before you, that's the name of the software. It's Meticulous. Midiculous. It's made by the guy who I tell you about pretty much every time I do a live. I said this is the king of the piano tutorials and get his DVDs. Jamal Hartwell. He created that. I guess him and his team, and it's called Mediculous. That's what I use with on my tutorials when you can actually see what I'm playing and all that stuff. That's the name of the software. Um, what is the keyboard software we see on your tutorial? Okay. Oh yeah, I just answered that. Yeah, it's called Mediculous. It's called Mediculous. Cool and Mellow. That's my man right there. Do you have a Yamaha app? No, I don't have a Yamaha app. You would think I do since all I most of my keyboards are Yamaha. Most of them. This thing right here is just a controller that I rarely use. It doesn't have any sounds in it. It's just a controller, but it's good for if I ever have to be mobile and set up somewhere, then I can just have a laptop and USB this to it. So that's why this is always pretty much sitting here, but I'm not using it because I'm like, Yeah, that's good for mobile situations, but other, most of my keyboards are definitely Yamaha. Mhm. Got another question for y'all. Some of y'all have already put your answers out there already, but I'm gonna ask, what is the one song y'all wish I would do a tutorial on? I'll be right back. Y'all can type that in the comment section. I'll be right back in like 30 seconds. Sorry about that. I had to handle something real quick. That's a good question. Will you have a gift with the piano and oh, you have a gift with the piano and song blessing? Thank you, AM Sal. I definitely appreciate that. Um, Eli says she's out of my life would be the song. You hope that I would do a tutorial on Christopher Williams. Every little thing you do. Games by Chucky Booker. Do I know that? Oh, you said Karen White One. I never heard of a song about that's called One before, but okay. Oh, Andrew Collins, man, you're in luck because I've already did a tutorial on Always by Atlantic Star. So yeah, that one's already done. I already did that one. Michael Jackson, Don't Walk Away. Do I know that song? I'm late, but peace. Okay. Is that Carell? Mark Washington, I Can Only Be Me by Keith John from the School Days soundtrack. What? It seems like I've done a song from the School Days soundtrack. I wonder if that was it. I can't say that one. One Heart, Karen White. Okay. I'm checking out these, I'm checking out some of the songs that y'all typing up on here that y'all would love for me to do. Jimmy Jam song. Okay. Well, yeah, Jimmy Jam wasn't Jimmy Jam married to Karen White, or was it Terry Lewis? One of them, I think one of them used to be married to Karen White, so I guess they definitely did some of her music. Definitely, you know what I'm saying. I mean, if your husband is either Jimmy Jam or Terry Lewis, I mean, why wouldn't you let them produce your music? You know what I'm saying? William Reed, hey, Mr. House of Jazz, you're a great inspiration to me, man. I'm humbled, man. I'm humbled, William. Thank you very much. Where am I? I am in Baltimore, Baltimore, Maryland. Cool and Mel Terry. Oh, it was Terry Lewis. Yeah, I think they're divorced. Yeah, they're definitely divorced now. But I know at one point they she was married to one of them. Yeah, the one thing I'm for sure is that they're divorced though, whoever it was. But yeah, Terry Lewis. Okay. Oh, you was in Aberdeen. Okay, so you weren't that far at all. You was just up 95 north a little bit. That's it. Okay, yeah, you weren't too far at all there. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of talent in Maryland, no doubt about it. It's like y'all only got a little taste of it. I mean, we had, let me see, within the last 20 years or whatever, 20, 25 years. Yeah, we had Drew Hill, we had Rough Ends. A lot of people might not know that, but the group Rough Ends, that's Baltimore. Um Tank is not Baltimore, but he's from Maryland. He's from like PG County, Prince George's County, Maryland. Um he went to Morgan State University. I don't know if it was for 1 semester or 2 semesters. So I remember him when we just called him Darrell Babs. I wasn't like a personal friend of his because the choir, it was like it was a lot of people, but he was a member of the Morgan State University choir when I was a member of it. He was there for like 1 semester and he disappeared. And I found out later the reason why he disappeared is because he got a record contract. So and one of the reasons how I found that out is because he was on the on TV talking about maybe I deserve to have maybe I deserve. So he's from Baltimore. Oh yeah, Jonathan Nelson, which is another person that was on the Morgan State University choir with me also. He's from Baltimore. For those that know gospel music, Jonathan Nelson. Yep, he's definitely from Baltimore. His brother Jason Nelson. These are people that's doing it big in gospel. Um, I'm trying to think, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, there's been a couple of people from Baltimore that's gotten out there and did some stuff, but it's a whole lot more. It's a whole lot more out there. You know what I'm saying? I do. Ruffins was with Jimmy Jam and them. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know Ruffins was done. L.A. Reid was married to Pebbles. Yeah, L.A. Reid. Yeah, he definitely was married to Pebbles. Yeah, we saw that in the TLC movie. Since I don't have your love, Ronnie McNair. Please, I changed my mind. I forgot what you said before. I'll have to look in the chat to see what you said before. Oh, she's out of my life is what you said before, Eli. Okay. um, you did some military training. I was there in the Marine Corps. I'm definitely going to be sponsoring some songs. That's what's up, William Reed. I definitely appreciate that. Do you do quartet style music? I mean, I can. Is it something that I just sit around and do? No, it's not something that I just sit around and do. But quartet music, usually quartet music is pretty straightforward. The bass player got his little thing that he played the boom boom. So I mean, I don't think quartet music is that hard. You just have to understand how to play it. Oh, low key. That was the group town. What was that dude? The way that dude used to sing. Da, da, dum, dum, da, down, down. I can't remember. How did that song go? The name of the song was called "I Got a Thing for You." I got a thing for you, baby. My lollipop, my lollipop. Girl, I'm gonna. I can't remember how it go, but that was I love that song. I love that song, man. Oh, cool. I don't know how to talk about- I like you to do "Where Have All the Flowers Gone" by Earth, Wind and Fire. Hmm. I'm not sure if I heard that one before. Okay, Denise. Well, I don't have a bass. Yeah, I don't have a bass player either. Not even at my church, we don't have a bass player. Sounds of Blackness. Yeah, that's definitely was Jimmy Jam and all of them. And that's when they had Big Jim Wright. Big Jim Wright was one of the people behind Sound of Blackness, and he does a lot of stuff with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis too. Like he's a great, great keyboard player. Michael Wallace. I live Bellwood, Illinois, 11 miles outside of Chicago. I will fly down to Baltimore to take classes with you and fly back. I think you're a great blessing to me and so many other people. Thank you. If you hear crunching sound, I had a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. I'm sorry. Um, Man, that's a lot just to fly down just to take lessons. How about we just set up some virtual lessons and we can just do lessons so you don't have to fly all the way down and then fly back. That's man. Yeah, my ex-wife is originally from Chicago, so I got married. We were married for a short time from 2015, May 2015. Our divorce became final this year, January of this year, but we actually separated June 2017. So we was only like really like together for like a year and 2 years and like a month basically. But in those 2 years, I did travel to Chicago twice because her mother still lived there. I think two of her sisters are still there too. So yeah, so thanks to that, I actually, before that, I've never been to Chicago, but I did drive up there twice for two different reasons. So yeah, I have been in the Chicago area. Her mother's like, I think it's called Chicago Heights. I think that's what it's called, Chicago Heights. It's almost like kind of the county of, it's not the city, but it's the county, but I still got to go into the city too. Tolbert, maybe sound like Cameo. Oh yeah, that dude from Low Key. Yeah, he did sound like dude from Cameo. Yep. Oh yeah, no doubt. You sell piano loops? No, I don't sell piano loops. I guess that might be something I should look into trying to do. Maybe I don't know. Yes, you are the man. If I was close, I would. I'm in Florida. Oh, okay. I heard that. Yeah, like I said, I am. I have done it once before. I'm not sure if the person is still in here, but I have done the virtual piano lesson using Skype. I've done it one on one, and like I said, and I think I said it before. If you really want to set up some piano lessons, the only thing I would say is um if you can make it so that you can set up your webcam or your phone or whatever you're going to use to point at your keyboard so that I can see your fingers and I can see the keyboard, then yeah, we can do our lessons online because I can see what you're doing. You already know you can, I can set up my webcam is already set up. Right now it's set up like this because I'm doing this live chat, but all the other times my webcam is actually up here pointing down at my keyboard down here. So and we can do lessons that way where if I can see your hands and your piano and you can see my hands, then hey, it's easy to do a lesson online. So if you're interested in that. Now I haven't had a jazz teacher or lessons. I never had a teacher with jazz. The only thing I was trained in was I was only trained classically. Uh are you familiar with Brian Colbertson? No, I can't say that I am. Can't say I've never heard that person before. I'm assuming this is a keyboard player. Yo, cool and mellow, man. Been meaning to ask you, yo, when are we going to get another video from you, man? For a minute, you was uploading a couple of videos of you playing, and then all of a sudden you kind of just like disappeared, man. What happened, man? What's up, man? What's popping? We trying to see some videos of you, man, playing that piano, man. What's up, man? Mm, are you familiar with? Oh, I already read that. It's a song. Well, I don't have the chat had stop for a second. Last week I had did like a piece of my of an original song that I've written. There's this song that I didn't write, but a guy that I used to have a production company with, he wrote this song. Oh yeah, you're right. I was going through some hard times. Well, hopefully you're not going through any hard times right now. Cool and mellow, man. We're trying to see some more videos of you playing, man. So this is an original song, but it's not written by me. Written by a guy that I named Jason Brown. He used to sing. If you were in here last week, I did this song called "Tell Me." Baby, can we talk for a little while? I mean, tell me what you want from me. Tell me what it's gonna be. Well, he wrote this. This is one of the songs that he did totally by himself. No, you can't steal it. He copyrighted this song. Like, this song is on the album that my band released, and it's all copyrighted. So don't try to steal it. And he has I think ASCAP. So don't try to steal his song. But this is a song that he wrote called Before We Fly. I'm gonna play a little bit of it while the chat room is a little bit quiet right now. There's a writing on the wall, and it's clear to see to everyone but me. Can you love me at all if you watch me fall? Don't you call me. I learned when I was young that fairy tales don't all come true. But am I wrong to believe that you and me tell me, how can friends say give you up, that you don't live up to my dreams? If dreams don't have to die to lose their wings before we fly, before we fly, before we fly, before we fly. From the moment I first saw your beautiful face, baby, I knew that we were meant to be, yeah. Should this whole world just fade away, what would remain is the love between you and I. Open your heart and fly. Just open your heart and fly. Then tell me, how can my friends say give you up, that you don't live up to my dreams? If dreams don't have to die to lose their wings before we fly, before we fly, before we fly. before we fly. I always loved that song. I wish I could say I wrote that song, but nah, that was a friend of mine that did that one. Let me see. Nice to no have some nice stuff coming. I just like my songs with the melody close to stock, so it takes me a long time to figure out by ear in the left hand chord fillers. Okay, I got you. Cool and mellow. Machine works fine for me sometimes, though. I go old school and do the drums with the maraca in one hand. I hear that. I hear that. Or even beatbox. Yeah, that's what Michael Jackson did. Michael Jackson did a lot of beatbox right there. Thanks. Oh, that's a nice song. Benny and the Jets is another song I like to see you do. I know I have to sponsor it. Oh, okay, Denise. I hear you, Denise Simon. Thanks, man. I'm definitely going to be utilizing the knowledge imparted to me. Thanks again. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Well, it seems like things are pretty much calming down in the chat, so I don't want to hold anybody up. But this was definitely fun, and this is the first time that I did a live, and it did not go down. I am so happy about it. It's been an hour and a half, an hour and 31 minutes, and it did not go down. Every time I did one, this and just for those that are thinking about doing a live, my suggestion if you're using your PC, don't use the Firefox browser, use Chrome. This is the first time I did Chrome from the beginning, and I didn't have anything drop. Thanks to Google Chrome. You're right about that, man. Yeah, this is how a live should be, where you're not dropping your live dropping because of a browser. Um, Jarrell Smalls. No, I haven't heard of that person before. Good night, 112 DZ. I see some people had some last minute questions real quick before we sign out. Just wanted to make sure I answered everybody. But yeah, definitely thank you for coming by, hanging out. Oh, it says, "Well, I will." Okay, I heard that. Well, he's like, "Well, you gonna hear about this person? You gonna hear about this Jarrell Smalls?" I heard that. Um, but again, yeah, thank y'all for just hanging out, man. This is fun. For an hour and a half, 2 hours. For the last couple of Saturdays, we've been doing this. Selling loops. Oh, okay. Corral was like, "Don't forget about selling loops." Yeah, that might be something I might have to look into because I know some people do that, and said you need some loops. Yeah, I can. There's always some nice chord progressions and stuff that could be done with that. So, when you buy loops, Corel, do you usually buy them in like MIDI format or are they like in an MP3 format? I'm just curious about that. Uh, Appreciate that, Corel. And I appreciate you saying you'll be sponsoring some stuff, William. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. MP3, but it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might have to look into that when I get some time. Maybe over I'm a teacher by trade, so the winter break will be coming soon. And I think I have like almost 2 weeks off, so that might be time where I can, try to put some stuff together and see. But I appreciate you, Mark, man. Definitely appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all, and thanks for your time. And you are an awesome teacher. Thank you, Denise. Man, y'all is just so y'all make me not even want to leave now. But it is kind of late, and I do have to get up for church too. So I do want to get up and try to get some rest and all that stuff. But man, we keep this up, man. Oh, you can turn the notifications on. Thank you so much, Kara. I'm glad you did that. Yeah, and that's another thing. Always click that bell icon. If you go to my channel, like after you subscribe, if you want to be notified, definitely click that bell icon. It's still not perfect, but most of the time it will let you know when I'm doing anything. So yeah, so with that, man, I think I am going to Please do these often. Yeah, so far I've done them for the last, what is it, 3 Saturdays, and it's been pretty good. I like this. I like this. And it just gives us a chance to just, get together and hang out and just be a family, just an online family, just having fun. So definitely, definitely, you are a wonderful teacher. I took lessons and it wasn't even to my standard. Oh, yeah, I know that you got some good people, you got some bad people out there, William. No doubt about it, man. But all right, everyone. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This is I can't really say how much, like I said, all y'all kind words and everything, man. It really does mean something. It warms my heart. It really does. It's like, wow. When I started doing these tutorials, I had no idea that it was going to turn into something like this. I it's When I first did tutorials, I would literally do one tutorial a year. Okay, so it was like one. Maybe 2 years later, I'll do another one. It was just for fun, or if I'm down here doing laundry. But once all around the end of 2016 and in 2017, it just, like I said, man, I can't even remember everything that happened. All I know is that now, we channel has like over 8,000 subscribers now. So thank you all, man. I had under 1,000 subscribers like a year and a half ago. Like a year and a half ago, I didn't even have, so I'm just like, man. So just thank you all, man. I definitely appreciate the support. If you haven't gone to Patreon, if you want another way of financially supporting the channel, Patreon is another good way. Definitely Patreon. I'll put the Patreon link right here. You can just pledge as little as $1 a month. I think there's over 100 patrons right now, so you can pledge as little as $1 a month to just support the channel. Uh, the money used to help keep the channel going. For those that don't know, this computer that I'm using right now, the computer I was using before, all of a sudden it just wasn't able to record my tutorials, and I still don't know why. But it would not record my tutorials correctly. It's like all my videos would just, it's like, is everything look like ghost when I'm playing. It's like I don't know what was wrong with it. And because of y'all donations, I was able to get this PC that I'm using now. So it's like it definitely helps. It definitely helps keep the channel going. So I definitely appreciate that. I'm trying to type in the Patreon link. Hold up. Just in case y'all want to just check it out. I have 3 different tiers on there, so you can pledge. So hopefully I typed that in correctly. Let me see. Let me check the link. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, the link is correct. So yeah, so if you like to support me that way, like I said, as little as $1 a month, there are some tutorials on there. You'll have to go through a whole lot of my old videos to see it, but there are some tutorials on there that are not available on YouTube actually. So definitely. Phil Dina from H Town was underrated singer. Oh yeah, GP, no doubt about it. Dana, unfortunately, he was killed in an auto accident. The lead singer of H Town some years back, but yeah, he definitely was underrated, man. Definitely, yeah. Dana was the man. Man, stay blessed, stay humble, drink milk, don't look into the sun, and don't run with scissors. Live life and have fun. You sound like what I tell my students when they try to run around a room and have scissors and it's I don't know about drinking milk. Milk messes with me. Drink milk and then all of a sudden nobody want to sit next to me. Some of y'all will get that later. Like, well, why they don't want to sit next to you after you drink milk? Just think about it for a minute. And with that, I'll bid y'all all farewell. If I can do it, I'll try to do this again next week. Okay. Um, Again, it was fun. Definitely appreciate you all. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.